Hey there. So if you're running a small business, your inbox and social feeds are probably just exploding with AI stuff, right? Everyone's saying it's the next big thing, that it'll change everything. But honestly, it can be a lot, super overwhelming. So in this explainer, we're going to cut through all that noise. We're going to talk about the 5 tools that small businesses, just like yours, are actually using. Not the hype, but the real stuff that's making a difference today. Let's get into it.
So, right off the bat, why should you even care? I mean, really? Well, this number right here. This is why. We're talking about a 22.6% jump in productivity for companies using generative AI. Let that sink in. That's not just a small bump. That is literally like getting an entire extra day of work done every single week. For a small business where every hour counts, that is absolutely massive.
Okay, so that sounds amazing, right? But I know what you're thinking. Great, another expensive tool I can't afford. And that's the real question, isn't it? For a small business where every penny is accounted for, what's the actual price tag to get that kind of power? Is this even realistic? Well, that is exactly what we are going to break down.
So here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll dive right into that cost-benefit question. Then we'll get into the good stuff, the 5 tools. We're talking about your content sidekick, the automation butler, a data detective, your creative spark, and the meeting assistant. Let's go!
All right, Section 1, the AI cost-benefit question. You know, this is probably the biggest hurdle for most people. It's figuring out the real cost of these tools, because let's be honest, free isn't always free.
Okay, so it really boils down to this classic battle, free versus paid. And look, free tools are awesome for getting started. It's like a test drive, you know? You can try things out, see what works, without any commitment. But there's always a but, right? The hidden price you pay is often with your time, hitting annoying limits, or just not being able to do what you need to do. That's when paid tools come in. They give you the good stuff, reliability, someone to call when things break, and all the powerful features you need to actually run your business on it.
And this right here really puts it into perspective. Let's take a so-called free tool you host yourself. Yeah, the software doesn't cost a dime, but then you've got hosting costs, maybe $5 to $50 a month. You've got data storage, but the real kicker, the one that bites you, it's your time, the hours you spend updating it, fixing it when it breaks. That time has a value. We're talking hundreds of dollars in what you could have been doing instead. All of a sudden, that free tool isn't looking so free anymore, is it?
Let's use an example everyone knows, ChatGPT. The free version is. I mean, it's incredible for what it is, right? Perfect for playing around, asking a quick question. But then you start using it for your business, and one Tuesday afternoon you're on a deadline and boom, ChatGPT is at capacity right now. That's it. That's the moment. That's when that $20 a month for the Plus version starts to look like a bargain. You're not just paying for a better model. You're paying to get your work done when you need to get it done. You upgrade when the pain of not having it becomes more expensive than the subscription itself.
Okay, now that we've got that whole cost thing sorted out, let's get to the fun part. Tool number 1, the content sidekick. Honestly, this is where almost everyone starts. Think of it as your very own AI writer, ready to help with, well, pretty much anything you need to write.
And the results? Whoa. We're talking a productivity boost of up to 35% just from using these tools to write stuff. Now, if you're a one-person shop doing your own marketing, imagine getting over a third of your time back. That's not just helpful, that's a total game changer.
So what does this actually look like day to day? Well, it's all that writing that just eats up your time. You know, staring at a blank page, trying to draft the perfect email to a client, or coming up with a catchy social media caption, or writing a blog post. A tool like ChatGPT or Gemini can just vaporize that writer's block. It gets you like 80% of the way there in just a few seconds.
And I love this quote because it's so real. It's not about writing the next great American novel. It's about a plumber who's running late and needs to sound professional. He doesn't have time to stress about it. He just asks Gemini, and bam, a perfect email in seconds. That right there is what we're talking about. It's about solving small, everyday problems super fast.
All right, moving on to our second tool, the automation butler. Now, if the content sidekick is the tool you're actively chatting with, think of the automation butler as the one working silently in the background, just making your life easier. It connects all your different apps and handles all the boring, repetitive stuff for you.
And when I say it makes life easier, I'm not kidding. The time savings can be just mind-blowing. Check this out. A big company, Kersher, used an AI agent for drafting documents, and they cut the time it took by 90%. 90! That's unbelievable.
So you might hear this term, AI agent. What does that even mean? Simple. It's an AI that doesn't just talk, it does things. It can actually work across your different apps to complete tasks. So imagine a new lead emails you. The AI agent reads it, adds them to your contacts, and puts a reminder in your calendar to follow up. See? It handles the whole sequence for you. It's automation on a whole other level.
Okay, so we've got an AI that writes for you and one that does tasks for you. Now for tool number 3, the data detective. This one is all about looking at the numbers in your business, your sales, your customer data, and actually understanding what they mean. It's like having a data scientist on your team, but without the 6-figure salary.
And how good is it? Well, get this. Some of these tools can predict your cash flow with up to 90% accuracy. Think about what that means. It means knowing when you need to order more inventory or when it might be a good time to hire. It's like having a crystal ball for your business finances.
And you know what the best part is? You don't have to learn some complicated new software. This stuff is being built right into the tools you probably use every single day, like Google Sheets. So you can literally just open your spreadsheet and ask it in plain English, hey, what were my best-selling products last month? And it'll just tell you. It turns that scary wall of numbers into answers you can actually use. Let's talk visuals. Tool number 4 is the Creative Spark. This is like having an art director and a graphic designer on call 24/7. It's all about making your business look amazing without needing a huge budget. And what can it do? So much. Need a cool image for your Instagram post? You got it. Have to build a sales deck for a big meeting tomorrow? It'll design the slides for you. But it can also scale up like crazy. I mean, Virgin Voyages used AI to create thousands of unique video ads for people. Can you imagine trying to do that by hand? No way. It would be insanely expensive.
And last but not least, tool number 5. This one solves a problem I think we can all relate to: meetings. This is the meeting assistant. Imagine a team member who never misses a meeting, never gets distracted, and takes absolutely perfect notes every single time.
And this right here shows you the magic. Think about it. After a 1-hour meeting, you probably spend another 45 minutes just trying to remember what was said, typing up your messy notes, and figuring out who's supposed to do what. It's a drag. But with an AI assistant, the whole thing is transcribed and summarized for you. Your job is just to spend maybe 5 minutes to check it over. The difference is just, it's night and day. The time you get back is incredible.
So, okay, we've got these 5 tools. How do you actually think about using them strategically? This framework from Gartner is a really helpful way to look at it. Basically, most small businesses are going to start on the left. You either defend what you're already doing, like using the content Sidekick to get your marketing done faster, or you extend your operations, like using the automation Butler to make things more efficient. These are the easy wins, the low-hanging fruit. Don't worry about that crazy up-in-the-industry stuff. That comes way, way later.
All right, let's bring it all home. What should you do tomorrow? Here's your super simple 3-step plan. Step 1, start free. Just play around with the free versions and find out what actually helps you. Step 2, upgrade at the limit. The second you find yourself getting annoyed by the free version's limitations on a regular basis, that's your sign to pay for it. And step 3, measure it. Keep an eye on the time you save or the extra sales you make. Make sure that subscription is paying for itself.
Because at the end of the day, here's what it all comes down to. The whole debate, free versus paid, it's the wrong question. The best strategy isn't about choosing one or the other. It's about knowing when each one makes sense for your business. It's about being smart, using the right tool for the right job, and building a stronger, more efficient business because of it.